Assassin's Creed Rogue. So let me share this to a playlist. We'll get started. So if you guys seen the last episode, we betrayed the assassins. Not entirely part of the Templar Order. Hello, scoffed.
That will help.
I also gotta get my Templar outfit. Never mind, I have the Templar outfit.
Here, reclaim what they have stolen. Now let us use some of that money for the good of the city. I realize you have no reason to trust me, Master Cormac.
You said you were a friend of the
Because you told me
Finnegans.
before.
I am. Their late son worked for me. You are much like him.
How so?
He cared, and he wanted to do good by the people. We shared a dream, he and I, that of making the world a better place. Mere survival is not enough. Full bellies, warm clothing. Freedom from want is the greatest freedom of all.
It almost sounds like you have goodwill towards the people you govern.
I do not govern, Master Cormac. I merely assist. See this neglected edifice, Master Cormac? We can make it better. Urban renewal is a new science, but one that has already proven effective on the continent. I've arranged for resources. Use them to improve that building.
What fine work!
The neighborhood will be much better now.
I suspect New York will prosper under your watch, Master Cormac. You can do great things for this city and its citizens. After all, a man needs purpose. Farewell for now, Master Cormac.
Okay, yeah, I probably should have just finished this mission.
The Colonel strikes me as an honorable man. Someone who wants to do what's right. But he may have a point. With everything that has happened. With what I've done. I can't change the past. But maybe there's a future for me here. And maybe, just maybe, I can do what's right this time. I should head back to the Finnegans. Let them know I'm fine.
I gotta check, see how much it'll cost to upgrade my health. Hair pelt, Arctic. Okay. Okay, let's look for a general store. Let's upgrade that a bit. It's not what I'm looking for. Also not what I'm looking for.
Last time I was that deep in my cup. For your death!
Okay, that also works. I don't know when I'm going back to Assassin's Creed 4. I'm going to come back to it eventually. I know I'm going to come back to it very soon.
Well met, sir. Come in, come in.
I'm thinking around the time that I finish this and then finish 3, I'm going to go ahead and
Good day and fortune favor you.
play
What can I do for you?
4. Well, I gotta play 4 before I play 3. That's enough to buy an Arctic Care.
My thanks. Return anytime.
So this is gonna be about. So yeah, I need Arctic Care and a Canadian Lynx. I don't know where I'm going to get a Canadian Lynx. Definitely gonna have to be up in camp.
Mark the other day.
Shay, Colonel Monroe told us what happened.
You, sir, are a fool. But thanks.
Master Cormac, I am sorry to bother you when you were barely out of your sick bed.
No, I've had enough of being cooped up.
Then perhaps you could get a friend of mine out of trouble. He discovered a nest of criminals developing strange weapons. Look at these. Bullets as loud and bright as firecrackers. If we might have a moment alone. His name is Christopher Gist. And he might be in over his head. I fear these brutes will hang him like a dog.
I will not let those outlaws have another victim.
Good. The villains are entrenched at Old Fort Arsenal. I have urgent business in Albany. Please tell Master Gist to join me there.
Do you hear, dearie? They are hanging a man in the old fort.
Oh, 'twould be a shame to miss that.
So what is the option here?
say we give him a stretch. Kill him! Let him hide! Go to hell, the lot of you!
These ruffians are part of the same gang who made trouble for the Finnegans. Christopher Guest. I'm Shay Cormac.
John! Look, what are you doing here? Don't mind me asking.
The Colonel sent me.
Aha!
Oh my god, I lost most of my health. Doesn't work. Done.
Good show, Shay. Ran them right out of their own den.
Well, I was looking for a new place to live.
Well, don't put your name on the door yet. There may be a few men left on their ship. Look, the bird is nested right over there.
Morgan. What is she doing there? That's my ship, friend. Begging your pardon, but I must go fetch her back from those louts.
Oh, wait! I can hardly let you do that alone.
Help me if you can, then.
Keep your wits about you, Shay. Criminals are everywhere, and most of them look just like law-abiding citizens.
And they've been harassing the people who've nursed me back to health.
Sounds like good folks.
They are. Perhaps you know them. Barry and Cassidy Finnegan.
I've never met them, but I knew their son. Careful now. These ruffians can be anywhere. You can draw them out by making noise.
Oh, I've got something better than that.
Well, you seem to be more than capable of taking care of this matter. Tell you what, I'll go find a new crew for your vessel, in case you have to leave post-haste. Stop you!
Now.
I think it's... Okay.
As the crow flies, I see him! mother will mourn you.
Okay, at least I'm on the right grass.
Now you see me?
No, you see me? No, you're
She's
dead.
a fine ship. And true to my word, I found a crew for her. I did leave one position unfilled, though. Tell me, Shay, do you have a first mate?
He's long gone.
Then I apply for the post, Captain.
Welcome aboard.
As your first mate, may I suggest our next destination? The Colonel will be expecting me to report back.
My thoughts exactly. Colonel Monroe said he'd be in Albany.
Splendid!
I think stalkers are only limited to New York. They might be in a few of the River Valley locations, but I know for a fact not the Atlantic.
Captain has the helm. The Colonel waits on Albany. I wonder what he has in mind for us to do next.
Us? I thought you just wanted to check in with Monroe, not sign me up for the army.
Not at all, Shay. But I admire the Colonel's ideas and want to make them happen.
What kind of ideals?
Secure borders, prosperous farms, fair trade. We need those in these wretched colonies.
Sounds like a high-minded utopia.
It rather does. Want to help make it happen?
Colonel Monroe is an intriguing man, and he certainly seems honorable. We'll head for Albany. After that,
Ready,
I'll see.
Captain! Splendid. Full sail ahead! ahead, lads!
Lash in his tail. Time now, old skipper, to hoist up
That's
your
all
sail.
but mates.
Windy old weather, stormy old weather. When the wind blows, we'll all pull together. And up
All
comes the
in the
slip,
sunset.
strong as ahoy.
In good health, I see.
Yeah, thanks to the captain here.
Tis a fine vessel, Captain Cormac.
Thank you, Colonel Monroe.
Master Gist, did you learn more about our conspirators and their new weapons?
Well, only that their base of operations is a French fort further downriver.
It's a little close for comfort, isn't it?
If the French have installed a fort in our territory, they are likely preparing an assault. New York could burn. Will you join us, Master Cormac?
Aye. Enough innocents have died already.
Might I suggest we improve our vessel? The Morrigan is good, but with a few more supplies, she could be unstoppable. And there's a French outpost nearby I happen to know.
I like the sound of that. What sort of business are the French up to there? Just occupying the territory?
It is an economic incursion more than a geographical one. Some of the ruffians are sponsored by enemies of the colonies. They intend to undermine local authorities.
I've heard they steal from civilians and resell essential goods for 10 times the price.
It's always the little fella who gets skinned.
Loose topsails,
Colonel,
gallants and
you and
royals!
Gist here seem inspired. Is there something in the water? Or in the whiskey?
Why do you say that, Cormac?
I think Shay here is skeptical about our intentions towards our fellow man.
I understand, but there is no need. I simply want these colonies to be a place of safety, development, and purpose.
Funny. I thought rich men wanted them to be a place of profit.
I am not a rich man, Master Cormac. Money is a means to an end, not an end in and of
Should be
itself.
nearby, Captain. Says you. I think it's a fine end to a game of cards.
Saint-Marc, va rejoindre Tremblay. Réveille-le s'il dort encore.
You're loading the thing I need the most right now.
C'était quoi ça? C'était rien que ton imagination.
Mais je n'ai rien fait. Halt! Attends-toi à saigner.
Il y a quelqu'un derrière.
Good show, Shay. Now let's use those materials to give the Morrigan more firepower.
I don't know who his voice actor is, but his voice actor deserves a punch in the face.
Splendid! That fort and the defenders will tremble.
Captain,
Your ship is in fine form, Master Cormac. That fort should offer little resistance.
I rather hope the frogs offer some, else this will be a dull day.
Never wish for battle, Master Gist. There is plenty around here for any of our tactics.
Besides, if we find the fort's commander, the French will surrender, no?
Indeed, that is a sensible strategy. But we will have to wear down the fort's defenses first. Otherwise, they will just dig in like a wounded bear.
There's our target, Shay! Knock her down like a game of ninepins!
Begin by hitting her towers.
As the Colonel says!
Short, stay! loose and trim too.
Full sails!
We're heading hard for land, sir!
Superb! Now find the fort commander! Take her!
Attends là. On va pouvoir nous échapper. Arrête. Ne bouge plus.
Arrête. Je veux te parler. Il ira se
Quelle blague! Bien essayé! Mais tu es déjà mort!
Le chasseur.
Shay, it has been so long. Were you on a special mission?
Yes. From Achilles.
How interesting. So am I.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur.
Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have to kill me, Shay.
Oh, fuck. Okay, I think we're gonna use like smoke bombs and firecrackers. Oh, wish I had a freaking shrapnel grenade. That would just kill him instantly. I don't have to worry about the sinking.
Don't make me do this, Le Chasseur.
Do what? Assassinate me? I thought that was your specialty.
We could both just leave.
Ah, but then I would tell your brothers that you are alive. You have...
Okay, also works.
You are always good at your business, Shay.
As were you. Tell me, what are you doing inland?
Special weapons. Poisonous gases to use against colonial authorities. I am merely a delivery man.
And may your final delivery be swift. Chasseur was right. I had no other choice. If the assassins find out I'm alive, they'll come after me.
While you were busy taking down that fort, I happened to stumble upon the treasury.
You don't.
Let's get this done over with. Skip battle. We win. Ooh, $30. And select mission. £4. We pay her that. And send shit.
What the hell? The Colonel thinks.
Get this travel over New York. I don't want copyright.
I tell you, things have been tense since time to fight. Have you lost your wits, Shaver?
So the parkour in this game isn't as refined as like Unity or Syndicate or Origins or Odyssey.
Nothing like a sharp blade to bring us together, boys.
Stop you! Hey! Get him!
Ah, Master Cormac. What you have learned from Le Chasseur was confirmed. The local lawbreakers are changing tactics.
What's their plan now?
Their boss has hired Benjamin Franklin to produce new weapons for them. He's very well guarded.
Benjamin Franklin? The scientist?
You have heard of him? Good. He is making equipment to spread gases among the populace. Toxic ones, as it turns out.
The populace? I thought they would use it against the authorities. Though that would be terrible as well.
The ruffians we have arrested refer to an intimidating woman. I believe she is behind these nefarious plans.
I'll look into this.
Thank you.
Hope. I pray it's not you.
I'm gonna take you to the next street, Mike. Halt! Come on, dogs. Do your jobs and bring him down. Cut him off!
Shay, it is good to see you again. Your friend Hope said you were away.
I was. Sir, I've come to collect the results of your experiments.
Oh, well, it's a very good thing then. I just finished fixing the prototype. Here you go. I was preparing to leave for Philadelphia and then Europe. I was invited to lecture in London. Oh, would you be so kind as to inform Mistress Hope?
Yeah, of course. God, Hope. What are you doing with these felons? Turning the city against itself. What have you become?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
No. Yes, just old memories.
When I am issued new recruits burdened with regrets, I tell them the surest way to lose them is with gunpowder.
You're right, Colonel.
This prototype seems very powerful. Use it with care, Master Cormac. Our intelligence says this thing can destroy certain fortifications, as well as injure several enemies at once. There is also a more subtle way to use it. Some of these grenades contain a strong sedative. Fire one into the crowd and they will fall asleep immediately. We should test this new weapon. Use it against that door. Go ahead, Master Cormac. Shoot the door. Good work. Good work. I think you are ready to turn this new weapon against the ruffians who would have used it. There is an abandoned factory nearby. I could be interested for you.
And that's my first target.
Keep running! I've got a good line on him. Ready to open fire! This is dangerous! I heard a shot around here somewhere.
Mess with this. Maybe I can break the whole system. Must get out, or I'm as good as dead.
I can't see him anymore, sir. That's rough. Don't give him the satisfaction of slipping away! Find him again! Don't slip! You have to come deal with it!
What marvelous destruction, Captain. I saw the smoke all the way from the Morrigan.
That should discourage those miscreants. New York is safe for now.
With all due respect, Colonel, it's going to take more than a few explosions to get rid of this kind of trouble.
The boy is right, Colonel Monroe.
Shay, was it? Congratulations. You just burned a whole lot of rats out of New York. I'm Jack Weeks. This is William Johnson. I don't know about him, but I'm pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you as well.
It is, terribly dusty here. I'm sure Shay can recount his adventures to us over a pint. Hey, the first round's on, the Colonel, huh?
Something the matter, Master Cormac?
Just a little confused. I must have breathed some of that gas.
Some ale will do you good. Come, we are all friends here. You will be taken care of.
From the Colonel.
Dear Master Cormac, my apologies for the brevity of this missive, but it is time we were honest with one another. You have demonstrated your loyalty and resourcefulness to the Templar cause. And this despite, and perhaps because of, your assassin origins. The manuscript the assassin sought has been in my possession for some time. I reclaimed it when my men found you marooned. The Grand Master himself charged me to discover its meaning, a task I regret I have failed to complete. I leave it in your charge, Master Cormac. There is no one else I trust more. Now I leave for Fort William Henry, an ill-prepared garrison surrounded by hostile natives and the French army. We have requested reinforcements, but I doubt they will be forthcoming. I have no illusions that our resistance will be successful. I commit my life to the British Army, and my soul to the Father of Understanding. Yours, Colonel George Monroe.
Back to another mission.
Captain, how's the wheel?
Man your post, Guest. The Colonel's in trouble.
How do you mean, in trouble?
He's at Fort William Henry, facing impossible odds.
Get off your lazy arses, lads, and man your stations! We raise anchor! Sorry for the early libation, Captain. But do you realize it has been a whole year since we met? A whole year! Changed my life, you did. And for the better. You will forgive me if I have been celebrating without you.
A whole year. Guest, I have a question for you. How long have you known of my, well, former allegiance?
Oh, you mean the assassins? I knew that ages ago, Shay. I may be drunk, but I'm not blind. Or did you think I would assume you had escaped from some homicidal circus?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, the Colonel wanted us to avoid the subject so it wouldn't, you know, influence your decision-making. You saved my life out of pure selfless instinct, and helped countless others besides. If it were up to me, I would have made you an official Templar months ago.
Who is it up to then? Monroe mentioned a Grand Master.
Oh, yes. The Grand Master of the Colonial Rite. You'd like him, Shay. His father was an assassin.
Really? He must have a story to tell.
What is the news from Fort William Henry?
The garrison is surrounded, and reinforcements are late.
General Montcalm has been blazing a path across the colonies for King Louis, hasn't he?
I rather wish he'd stayed home with his mistress.
His or King Louis's?
Either. Though I suspect the king's is finer.
Indeed. Madame O'Murphy is supposed to be quite the charmer.
I know Murphy is in the French king's bed. Now I know you're pulling my leg.
And with that, I'm gonna call it quits. I'm too tired to continue.